Hello everyone, welcome to a World of Warships Blitz video. Today's video is the Tier 8 British Light Cruiser, the Edinburgh. If you've been watching my channel recently, you'll be hearing that a lot, and I'm sorry about that, but I haven't played the game for a while, and yeah, getting back into it, and I'm finding that for some reason the Edinburgh suddenly clicked into place, and yeah, well, I'm having a lot of victories on the trot. So anyway, here is an Edinburgh game where heaven forbid there are no destroyers. Well, that's actually not true. There's one destroyer, but there's not one destroyer on the enemy team, which means that as far as the Edinburgh is concerned, this is less than an ideal situation. So what this means is that I have to try and somehow work my way against those cruisers. A lot of those cruisers are going to be better at shooting at me than I am at them, all the while trying to avoid those battleships, which are definitely better at shooting me than I am at shooting them. So I have the Shores in New Orleans and the Charles Martel, and then a whole ton of battleships capped with a carrier. And there's no point in trying to go for the carrier because, well, yeah, 6-inch guns, they take a while to get through a big ship, even a big ship like a carrier that they can't shoot back. Yeah, so here we are. We're following this York. We're trying to provide a bit of a... well, it's an interesting combination because he's definitely good with the HE and I'm definitely good with the AP. Yeah, well, I'm glad he's out in front. Right. So we try and land some shots on that Shores because, well, Russian cruisers are generally pretty flimsy armoured, and if you get some good solid shots on them, you can often get good pens. This Gascon, he's also a nice target, and the reason that he's a nice target is that he's French, and French battleships just, their armour isn't quite so resistive, so I don't get as many bounces. And if I'm really lucky, sometimes I even get citadels against French battleships, although that's usually lower tier British cruisers against lower tier French battleships. But hey, we're taking health off him, we're keeping him distracted, and that York is in really serious trouble. Yeah, well that wasn't... Yes, well, like that wasn't going to happen because he was basically he was taking a he was just trading shots with the Gascon. I'm firing in front of the Gascon. He's not actually moving forward. I'm just trying to keep a reasonable angle here. I'm just trying to hop between one island and the next. His angle is such that I don't have to worry about the rear turret. I do have to worry about the front turret, but just behind this rock. Right, and then we're going to see, well, what are we going to see? So this is the Shores. I'll slow down. I'm still trying to cut my speed. Some shots hit the wall. I mean, the Shores is a good target for me because, well, its armor's crap.
Enemy aircraft incoming.
So no bounces there, but I'm not getting the citadels I need to take it out quickly. So in a gunfight, I think those were torpedoes from the aircraft carrier. In a fair gunfight, I have a real problem against the Shores simply because its long range and accurate guns will hurt me more than my medium long range and slight dispersion-y guns will damage him back. We both have not very strong ships, but his guns are better than mine, particularly at range, and we are fighting at range. So here we are. We are looking at this, well, we're looking for opportunities. It's not a great opportunity. Oh, he has detected me. I should have seen that detected. And that's basically because he's within the right range. That is, so I pop in behind the island, which sort of turns into a bit of a stalemate, really, because he knows I've got torpedoes. He doesn't want to wear a full broadside of torpedoes from Edinburgh. I mean, it's not going to sink him, but it's going to be a whole lot of health that he's not going to appreciate losing, especially if he has to take on other battleships. So here we do, what we do is we pop out, we pop the smoke just before we pop out of view, we throw it in reverse, turn the ship, and we're going to try and launch our torpedoes down the tubes. He's not changing direction, so let's just get that lined right up. So there are two torpedo shots. There are damage shots and there's ocean denying shots. This is definitely one I want to be a damage shot. I want all those torpedoes to hit. I'm going in reverse. We're lining up the other battleship to see whether or not we can get some hits on him. We've got 9 seconds left. Gonna have to deal with this smoke screen disappearing. So there we go, we ripple fire. The first one was a little bit off target. 4 torpedoes hit on the other ship. And I'm going to get out of dodge just after my smoke clears. And hopefully that ship isn't doing any sort of evasive maneuvers. It doesn't take much evasive maneuvers, by the way. Well, he wasn't taking any evasive maneuvers. That first torpedo was badly aimed, and the rest basically sconned him. Right, the Charles Martel. This was probably a mistake to puff the smoke here because I don't have it available for later. There's only two smokes, and that Charles Martel definitely doesn't look like he is. He definitely looks like he's got problems other than me. It does have hard-getting guns. They are facing up the side, so maybe in retrospect the smoke was the right thing to do, because I don't think a couple of decent salvos from that would really knock the health off something like the Edinburgh. But all we're trying to do is just knock health off ships and just hold this flank, just be a barrier to getting through to our capture zone. Although I must admit we've got a fairly good backup too. So that's my last smoke gone, and
Nice shot.
I'm out in the open. I actually have a bit of a problem because I've got the Tiger by the tail now. I need to face into this battleship so that he fires over the top of me, and I need to take opportunity shots, and I need to survive the next 32 seconds, which shouldn't be that hard. But I do need to keep myself alive, because basically they have lost 3 ships, we've lost 2 ships. And if we lose one more ship, then I think that it will become a draw. 11 seconds, I've got most of my health. We managed to get the ship turned around. We'll just see if we can get some more hits in against that battleship. Never going to be enough to take him down, but make it to the end of the game, and that surprised me as well. So we got the Nameless Hero, and we got the Battle Star. So in Edinburgh, having to clobber away at some fairly hefty sized ships. So let's go and have a look at the score. So we got the most, so 52,000 damage, so that's basically what helped us. So those torpedo hits obviously helped by about 20,000 nearly. So there you go, Edinburgh.